Hello, good to have you on another edition of the program Smart Move. My name is Christine Emetulu, and we're all set again to unfold to you what is going on in Delta State, especially towards achieving the smart agenda of the state government. Coming up on the program today is the MDA's In Focus segment. On this segment, heads of ministries, departments and agencies tell us how they are keying into the smart agenda of government and working to realize it. Also coming up is the quiz segment. The quiz segment is where you participate, telling us what you know about Delta State, and prizes are there for you to win. Deltans also will tell us how they are being impacted by the Ifeanyi Okowa-led administration. That's on our segment, Smart Talk. So do stay with us.
The challenges of the moment, which is the creation of jobs for our teeming youth.
So the first stage is that we entered the data into the template which we prepared for this program for YAGEP and STEP. The second stage involved screening to eliminate outrightly flawed applications as follows: ineligible applications, those applications with candidates outside the age range 18 to 35 years and below the minimum qualification, which is the West African School Certificate.
If they apply to either online or the forms are made available, either at the local government secretariat or even you can submit to the members of our assembly, and he is not political, and you are applying irrespective of the party you belong to for all debtors.
We are here to interview them, to verify their certificate, verify their claim, look at their demeanor, look at the way they appear before us. And if we feel that they are qualified and they will be able to carry through the training that the government is going to spend a lot of money to train them for, we pass them.
We're looking for passion. We're looking for commitment. We're looking for zeal to succeed.
Qualification, okay, but interest paramount. So start with the selection. The selection process is very critical. It's a critical success factor in what we do. Previous programs have failed because of the way the selection came. If you ask these people, nobody brought them here, and feel free to ask them. They came by their own volition.
So I'm Eric Sinitejere by name. Well, I was so happy, but it's not easy. Out of thousands of people, I saw my name, I was so happy. One thing about life is if you look this country very well, job not there. So any little opportunity you get, you make use of them.
My name is Lily Doire Bando Tugo. I'm from Warri Southwest local government area. I got the information about the form from my king.
For the past 3 months, it's been good. We've gone for field work, we've been exposed, we know everything it entails for event planning. And my expectation is to open my own company. I have my own company.
What I've learned so far is very, very innovative, from technical aspects to theoretical aspects as well.
At the end of this program, by the grace of God and by the help of the government, I'm going to have my own farm.
After we finished our training, we were given our starter pack and some money to start our businesses. Right now, I'm doing my dream, which is being my own boss. I have been able to train 13 students. With determination, I've been able to get to where I am today by the grace of God and hard work and the support of the governor. In the course of monitoring and evaluating what we do, they kept us focused in achieving our dreams.
Since I received the starter packs, my life has not been the same.
We are trained indeed in the year 2015, and we got our starter pack in 2016 February precisely. We got some staffs, like over 16 casual staff and 2 permanent staff.
Training for STEP was the first foundation that brought about this innovation, because if not for that training, I don't think this would have come true. So with that training, after the training, the experience is what we are using to work today. So thank you to STEP and the state governor that made it possible for us.
I testify.
I testify.
I testify.
This is Smart Move. You are welcome to the MDAs in Focus segment. On the MDAs in Focus segment, we bring to you heads of ministries, departments, and agencies who tell us their input and how they are keen into the smart agenda of the state government towards realizing the vision. Today, we have the privilege of having with us a senior special assistant to the governor, special duties, detailed to monitoring and mentoring, and the person of Comrade Eguyenga Ifeanyi Michael. Hello and a very warm welcome to you.
Thank you very much.
Right then, I am sure Deltans out there would want to know when you say monitoring and mentoring. What are you monitoring and who are you mentoring? Let's start from there.
Okay, thank you very much. Monitoring, the Directorate of Youth Monitoring and Mentoring is charged with the responsibility to ensure the sustainability of the Wealth and Job Creation Program of His Excellency, which is properly encapsulated in the SMART agenda. Right. The essence is to ensure that the program, the job creation program, designed by His Excellency, that it's sustained. It does not have a short span in terms of deliverables, but it's able to go out and do what he actually wants to attain at the end of his stewardship as a governor.
What does he want to attain?
Ability for them to work within the guidelines, the stipulated guidelines for the program. So we are charged with the responsibility to ensure that the trainers stay on course and the trainee also stay on course with those guidelines. Now that's for the monitoring. Right. Every month we go out to the various training centers to ensure that the feedbacks we get, we're able to say, okay, at at a particular training center, the trainees there seem to be, keen into the program properly, or that the trainers are not doing well. So this is to ensure that they don't just see it as they are on their own. The government wants to ensure that there's return on investment, that the money that the government is spending on the program, that we're getting the desired result from that. That's for monitoring. Then the mentoring is post-establishment program, which is designed to actually ensure that they stay in business. Because we know that being SMEs, a small medium enterprise, a lot of them who have not really been into business before the training and before they've been set up may find it quite difficult and challenging to stay within the program. So what we do is the mentoring program is designed in such a way to help them, stay in business, to help them stay focused in what they expected, what they actually have been trained for.
You said something about job and wealth creation, especially as it has to do with the youth, as encapsulated in the SMART agenda.
Yes.
So far, how well have you achieved this?
Well, I think largely one can say it's remarkably a success. Remarkably in the sense that looking at the indices in terms of the people that have actually been trained, the number of people, and I would say also based on the wide acceptability by Deltans. Thus far, we have the Job Creation Office, where we have trained well over 2,334. That's in the last two streams. Currently, we have above 1,000 people who have just, most of them have started collecting the starter packs, while some of them are still in training. We have the brown step and the green step. The brown step in this current stream were actually gotten from existing skill acquisition centers, people who have gotten some level of training, and the government says, okay, they can assist these people and take them further. While the green ones are those people that are just nascent into business and all that. So, but thus far, looking at the figure, it's quite a huge success. Initially, you definitely have some hitches because it's a model that a lot of Delta users are not used to. That's why he adopted the model where you have to train them, not just training them, but giving them starter packs, something for them to go on and start a business with some financial support. And even the financial support, before those monies are being given, we have to also ensure, that's where we also have a responsibility in our office, to do verification that the person's, XYZ person that has gotten starter pack have actually set up the business. So they are qualified to get those supports that government will want to give to them in terms of finance and maybe some kind of financial support. So you can see with that, we have been able to record largely some remarkable achievements.
You said something about the brown steps, and you mentioned that there are those who already have skills, and then they are further empowered by government, perhaps with parks. Now, do these persons necessarily have to be those already with skills acquired via your training, or those who have skills acquired elsewhere on their own?
For every skill you acquire, you must have gotten it from somewhere. Right. You must have gone to a training center, maybe a skill acquisition center and all that. But government must start from somewhere, because for every design, there must be a template. Right. And a template simply means that over years, you work on it. You can, you rejig and improve on it and all that. So right now, like in the first trench, it was just people apply, everybody come in and all that. Second time, but this time, it was like, okay, fine. We have a lot of people who are in training centers across the state. Why not also give some of them the opportunity to, get the starter packs? So we go there, okay, who are the best of the best they have here and all that. And some of those people were selected. You understand? And remarkably, it's quite interesting because most of those people that are picked for there, because they already have fundamentals. They have the fundamentals in terms of what they are going into. You tend to see that there's a better commitment.
More committed, right.
Yes, and all that. So those government giving them that support and that what I call remedial, because you have some, in spite of the fact they are from training centers or they have some basic knowledge about what they are going into, we also take them for remedials where they go to for a short course, so to say, get some, business tips and all that before they are given the starter packs. So
under the job creation program.
Under the job creation program. So that's it. Another remarkable thing about the program, about the job creation program of His Excellency, is that, he said prosperity for all Deltans as his, is the key word or the key phrase. But he didn't just stop at saying it, but he also tried to see how much of this wealth, we're talking about creating jobs, at the same time creating wealth, how much of this wealth can go around the state, no matter how little, but, encouraging existing business, some of the existing business, to stay in business. How did he do that? Instead of usually build skill acquisition centers where you take a pool of people, put them there, after a duration, you bring them out, give them whatever you want to give to them. But this time he said, no, why not, if we engage growing concerns, business that are existing across the states that are doing well, to train these people for us. Because one, you are going to provide these people the unique opportunity of having day-to-day transactions.
Right.
Unlike you put them in a training center where they just go there, all they do is just training. But this time, it's a different thing when you have a trainee in a center where he or she gets to see his madam or the proprietor of the business having some business interface with customers. It's also, there are other things he or she gets to learn in terms of business interface. Yes. You understand? That's one. Two, is also the fact that monies are paid to these trainers. That's wealth.
Being transferred to them.
To them.
Right.
You understand? That's wealth. So no matter what, they also are benefiting from the state government. It's an all-inclusive package. So it's not just about training. It's also about the existing business that are being adopted as trainers.
All right. So far, you said you've had 2 streams
This is the third
completed,
stream.
and this is the third stream.
Yes.
Are we then saying we're having a stream per year? Because for now, His Excellency, the Governor of Delta State, has done 3 years, entering already into the 4th year. So are we seeing another stream coming up soon?
With the passion the governor has, the way he is so involved with creating wealth and creating jobs, taking the youths off the street, getting them engaged one way or the other, since the availability of white-collar jobs across the country is not forthcoming. So the best is you're able to create your employment or see how you can support the people. I know, I can say for sure that if it's possible, if there's availability of funds, he could even have 4 streams in a year. Or 3 streams in a year. But it's just that we all knew what the country came out in the last 2-3 years. And but against all odds, he was still consistent in ensuring that it's not just a flash in a pan or just a fluke.
Some persons have said that the program is lopsided. So to those persons, how would you say, how widespread has this training for youths, empowerment for youths, how widespread, how even has it been in terms of the 3 senatorial districts of Delta State? And then there are still another group of persons who say it's all politically motivated.
It's not about what individuals think. It's about the collective. Because these people out there, the beneficiaries of the program, they are real. They are not phantoms, ghosts. You can see them. They are scattered across the state. You can at least fish them out. And you ask them individually their experiences, you understand, in terms of how they came, what happened, and, you know, what they were able to get. And their success stories, their testimonies abound.
In terms of relating with them, how would you say these have fared in terms of being employers of labor themselves?
To show the seriousness of His Excellency, he actually decided that before going into the mentoring program, we actually need to know the status of those that have been empowered. And because it's very critical, so that we are not living a lie. And he also understands the average of what is going on, where there are gray areas, where we need to improve on, and all that. But critically, we must not also run away from the fact that for everybody that have been trained, an impactation has taken place. Because even as a monitor, there's a rubber for me. Because sometimes I get to talk to these people, sometimes I get to meet them, I get some inspiration, you understand? So looking at it, well over 60, 70% on the average are there. They are doing well. They are in their skill. Some of them, a sizable percentage of them have also diversified. I have a case of a guy in Ozoro who was training in electrical installation. But as I speak today, he has a fish farm. Why? Because he also had interface with somebody that was training Yagep. And the person, you know, just interface. Like, okay, fine. It's not a bad idea to diversify because multiple stream of income is not a bad idea. So, but the fundamental is that some of the things that were taught in Songhai during the business training and all that, and the experiences, they are beginning to apply it in wider areas. So a sizable number of them are doing well, and the other 30% or thereabout that are either have relocated. Some of them have relocated because they are in Lagos now, some are in Bayelsa, some who decided to further have gone back to school and all that. So we have this. But the fundamental thing there is that the government has impacted them. It has created a mindset that there's a need for you to have skill. There's a need for you to, have something you are doing whilst you are looking for a white-collar job or whilst you don't have what you're doing. You understand? So largely, if you're looking at it from that perspective, is a huge success.
All right, thank you. That's a very good place to end this conversation. We've been talking with the Senior Special Assistant, Special Duties, Youth Monitoring and Mentoring, Comrade Egunyega Ifeanyi Michael. He's told us a lot about the Job and Wealth Creation Program of the Delta State Government and a success story, he calls it. And having heard from him, I would agree that it is a success story indeed. We'd like to say a very big thank you to you for finding time to come on the program. Right, this is Smart Move. We just have the MDAs in Focus segment. The program continues in a moment. Stay with us.
I testify.
I testify.
I testify.
Since I received the starter pack, my life has not been the same.
Governor may not able to train everybody, but for him training one person, that one person will train like 50 people.
Oko has given me the mind, he has given me the training, he has given me the support, and this is just the best thing any governor can do for a person.
And that does it for this edition of the program, Smart Move. On this edition of the program, we had the privilege of having with us Comrade Egunyega Ifeanyi Michael. He is the SSA to the Governor, Special Duties on Monitoring and Mentoring. He revealed to us what his department is doing towards mentoring and monitoring those who are beneficiaries and have benefited from the youth training program. Also, a quiz segment. We found the winners of last week right there on the screen, and you too can participate. The number for you to call to bring in your answers are right there for you. Also, we had Deltans have their say, telling their stories on how they have been impacted and very positively by the Ifeanyi Okowa-led administration. You also can be part of this discussion. All you need to do is follow us on our social media platforms, and that's right there on your screen. Until next week, when another edition of the program, Smart Move, comes your way. And of course, on behalf of other members of the production team, my name is Christine Emetulu. Remember, think smart, move smart. Goodbye.